Hey everybody, welcome. It is the day after Thanksgiving here in the United States, and that means one thing. It's Black Friday.
Black Friday.
It's dark. It's dark Black Friday today. Welcome, you guys. It's been a long time since we've seen you. And so I'm Aaron. I got Dustin over my right shoulder. I got Nick over my left shoulder. And we've got Dave Clayton here today. Say hi, Dave.
Hello. Hi,
Hey,
Dave.
everybody.
Hello, Dave.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, so we've got a nice little house full. Dave came in from his home in the UK and spent his first American Thanksgiving with us.
I
So
liked it.
Lots of
Good.
food,
Lots
fun.
of food.
Yes.
Lots of good food.
I've got a scratched. I got my glasses are scratched.
I'm just scratching
Oh boy, they're really scratched. Oh well, I have to deal with that.
Let us know in the comments, by the way, how the audio is, because
Yes.
we've got some new microphones that we're
It's
testing
looking
out.
pretty hot there.
Yeah, but we had this issue before, and it said it was hot there, but then they said we were quiet there. So let us know in the comments. Oh,
All right.
somebody just said it sounds very good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So today I thought it would be fun to kind of do a little bit of creature design, just kind of kick back and relax and have some fun with just doing some drawing and some creating and show you guys kind of my method through how I go through that and the way I think of creatures and animals, and especially four-legged animals, and how we can kind of extrapolate from that and create new creatures. So I thought that would be kind of fun today. But meanwhile, because it is Black Friday, Nick's got something to tell you guys.
Yes, we've got a bunch of deals going on over at creatureartteacher.com. We've been doing sort of steady building towards Black Friday all week long. But today we've launched a whole bunch of new deals, including first and foremost, our two best deals in art education are back. Those are our animation mega bundle, which is still on sale and is now over 80% of the way towards unlocking its new goal, its next unlock goal. And for a limited time, our lifetime memberships are back. That gets you everything on the website, plus everything we release forever for one flat price. And we've only got a limited number of those left, or until Christmas Day, whichever goes first. So it's going to go back in the vault. So hurry up and get it while you can. creatureartteacher.com. That's also going to give you an opportunity to see Snow Bear first, which is now officially done.
We screened it.
We screened it in California.
Yep, and we got a standing ovation.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So that was wonderful. We're super happy about that.
So once we're able to stream it online, lifetime members will be the first to be able to watch it. Eventually, everybody else will as well. We got to go through sort of the festival rules, and hopefully we'll be in consideration for some awards. So we've got to be careful at what we show online. But once we're able to, lifetime members will be the first to be able to see it. And we're going to start with there for now, because I'm still finishing something up on the site. So I'm going to go ahead and say, Aaron, why don't you go ahead and start drawing, and then I'll go ahead and start announcing the next deals as we move.
All right. Yeah, let's start drawing. So like I said earlier, just really quick, I just want to mention for you guys that were wondering about Snow Bear. We showed it at CTN last week, and we showed it to a packed house, and it went over really well. I was very happy. I was very nervous. I was showing it to a lot of my peers in the animation industry, and that's a tough crowd, but they really loved it. We had a great, loving kind of reception, and it was really awesome to feel that, to have spent all that time on the project and have it so well received. So thank you guys for whoever's listening right now that may have been there. Thank you so much for making us so happy. But I'm going to talk about animal or creature design. One thing I want to talk about, this is something that I always talk about when I'm talking about just animal drawing in general, is the way that I break up an animal. So let's say we've got a horse. Let's draw a little horse, of course. So we got a horse, and it starts with a head, right? So you got a head right here. It's going to be very, very simple shapes. And we got a neck. There's the horse right there. Then we have shoulders and front legs, like so. So you come in here. shoulders and front legs. Then we're going to have the body, like so. Okay. Then we have the pelvic area, the pelvis and hind legs. Like so. And then you've got a tail. So that's a kind of a rough looking horse, but that's okay. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 quadrants on the body that I look at and break up. And that's how I do pretty much all four-legged animals when I think about them. I think about them in this way because also when you want to turn them in perspective, let's say a little foreshortening, like this horse, for instance, for example. See, we've got this horse here, and it's turned foreshortened, like so. Let me drag this over. And then, so you got the head like this, and you've got the neck. And here's the ears. Then you've got the neck, comes down like so. Shoulders come down like this, and you get this overlap, that shape right there. Okay. The legs coming down like so. Then you've got the body, like I was just talking about. It comes around like that. There's your overlapping shapes, just like that. Then you've got the back legs, pelvis area like so. There's the back legs. Then you got a tail. The tail's kind of waving to the side. But if you look at those shapes, see how they overlap one another. That's how you get your foreshortening. Okay, those are the shapes that you want to overlap, foreshorten to create your perspective, your foreshortening, all of that kind of thing. Okay, and so these are the main masses. Once again, it's head, neck, shoulders, and front legs, the body, torso, and then the back legs, pelvis, and then tail. Now, there's another thing too that I always talk about is that this is it goes back and forth between rigidity and flexibility. So what that means is the head is going to be rigid. It's hard, right? And the neck is flexible. Shoulders are rigid. The vertebrae and, in that shoulder region, the vertebrae, basically from the bottom of your neck down to the bottom of your rib cage is rigid. Like so, right there. And then you've got the bottom vertebrae are flexible. Pelvis is rigid, tail flexible. So it goes back and forth. It alternates between rigidity, flexibility. And the reason I say this, because I always say, when you look at it, you go, of course, so that's obvious. But you'd be surprised at how many people will bend a character or bend an animal in the wrong place. And then all of a sudden you think, oh, that doesn't, it doesn't look right. And that's because you got to keep in mind these areas of rigidity, flexibility, basically the anatomy. Okay, so that's what I think about. Now, the reason I was setting you up with this, and you can do this with cats, dogs, elephants, it doesn't matter. They all have these 6 parts. You just got to change the shape to get those different animals. And that's where creating creatures comes in, because a lot of times, now you can get really crazy with your creature creation. Obviously, there's all kinds of life forms on the earth that don't follow this rule, whether it's jellyfish or whatever. But if you want to create, maybe a terrestrial type creature that's grounded in some kind of believability, then this is a good place to start. If you look at the creatures, the horse-like creatures that they had in Avatar, they were 6-legged, but they were based on on something that we're familiar with. And then they kind of added parts and changed proportions and had some fun with biology. And so that's what I'm talking about here. So start with these parts, and then you can start having fun changing the proportions. And, maybe we start with something. Here's a head. Maybe the ears down here. You've got a neck that comes in like so.
Maximum Pete, who must be a new viewer, asked, "Did you work at Disney?"
I did work at Disney. I was at Disney for 21 years. 21 long years.
Long hair.
But let's say we have, there's our head, neck, shoulders. You can come in and now I'm not pushing this too much. This could be an earthly creature for all we know, but I'm just creating something new. So and I'm literally just making this up as we go. So I'm just changing proportions. Maybe we get, there's our body, maybe a high pelvis area. And then back feet. We could have a tail down here. Maybe his tail drags. But there you go. Just using those proportions or using those shapes and masses and just changing proportion, we've come up with something that's kind of fun and kind of cool. And then you can, once you come up with something that you like, then you can play with posing, you can play with, all kinds of fun stuff. Let's take that. And let's shrink that up. Let's put that off to the side. Let's try another one. Once again, just playing with those shapes. Maybe we have a little dewlap or something hanging off the bottom of the neck. How you doing over there, Dave?
I'm doing good.
What are you doing today?
I'm watching you, but I was wanting to say earlier, I have indeed seen all of Snow Bear,
Oh, yes.
and I can confirm it is beautiful.
Dave was here,
Yeah.
and he's been staying with us here at my home. And so he did have the luxury of getting to see Snow Bear. Well, I call it a luxury. Listen to me.
Yeah, it was a premiere with the maker of the film, sat side by side on the couch.
Yes, we did. Holding hands, cuddling. It was wonderful. So there's another one. Little different shapes.
Speaking of Dave, it is Black Friday. So I thought, since he was here and in honor of him being here, we decided to put his course, graphic design for illustrators and animators. I'm butchering up the title, but graphic design for artists, sorry, and artists and illustrators for only $1.
$1.
$1.
Get
I
that.
can't pay my mortgage on that.
You can get that at creatureartteacher.com. I'll post a link in the comments. That's a really cool course where Dave takes you through. Actually, Dave, I'll let you explain.
Yeah, so it really covers the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. So it talks you through Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. We also build a font inside with an app called Font Self, and I just really go through and show illustrators and artists like what they can build for themselves inside the Adobe apps to help promote their brand and get their content out there. And it's just kind of all joined together so that we do a bit of wildlife in there as well. We make a book.
The whole thing myself, I've always wanted to create my own film. And so I really kind of set out with that in mind. So I made it a single character in what I thought at the time was going to be a simple world, a landscape, setting it in the Arctic. I thought, oh, it's just kind of wide open landscapes and snow. But once I did my research and started, I realized I was way off. But yeah, and it was literally just sitting back, getting it storyboarded, and then drawing. And lucky for me, I have awesome business partner, Nick Birch, that was, ran the business, and we have Claudia helping us out with scheduling and It took a team, even though I was doing it myself, I really didn't do it myself. It took our whole team to come together and help get it done. But every little bit of snow and it was cool.
We had a little stream hiccup there for just a second. We went offline for a few seconds. So
Anyway, I'm just having fun with these weird different creatures. Now that we've got this idea, you can do this. And I want you guys to, go away and experiment with this. Have some fun with it. See what you come up with. These are all just profile poses, right? Just to play with proportion. But we can come up with, let me turn these off. I'm going to try doing the same thing now, but create a pose. Something interesting, a little twist, maybe a little fluidity. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm just thinking. A lot of times I'll scribble. I'm playing with shape.
we up. Yeah, it went down long enough that it started a new stream. Weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Are we on now?
yeah, we're on.
All right. Sorry, everybody, if you lost us.
What the heck?
Not sure what happened there. Sorry about
Probably
that.
my accent.
Yeah, it was Dave's accent that threw it all off.
Dave.
Dave, what you done again?
Oh, so your answer about working on Snow Bear on itself, I guess a lot of people didn't hear that. So
Oh, I was talking to myself. So yes, I made Snow Bear all myself. From an artistic standpoint, drawing wise, let me say it that way, because it really, I'm going to say it again, it really took a team of us to come together. Nick, running the website and, basically making it so that I can go off and draw every day. And a lot of times people ask, well, how long did it take? Well, it took us about 11 years to get the site to the point where it was self-sustaining enough that I could go off and make a short. And so that's what we did. And I've always wanted to create my own film by myself. And so I was able to achieve that goal thanks to Nick and Claudia and Steve and Dustin and the whole team. So I'm having some fun here.
So it is Black Friday, and in addition to Dave Clayton's course being on sale for just $1, we are really excited and pleased to announce that we launched 2 brand new courses today.
Yes.
One from our very own Dustin Blaise, who's sitting right here. His introduction to wildlife photography course is out now. It's available on the website at creatureartteacher.com, as is a brand new course from Woody Woodman, Figure Drawing for Animation. And both of those courses launched today. They're available now for streaming and for download, and they're 50% off as a special introductory price. You can get those at creatureartteacher.com. And Dustin, why don't you tell them a little bit about your course while Aaron draws?
It is very, very exciting. And the idea with the photography course is it is ideal for everyone in any level of photography. You could be someone that is already into photography and just wanting to get a few extra tips, or you could be brand new, don't even have a camera. And so we're going through the basics, talking about the different kinds of cameras and lenses, and what kind of features you could be expecting, to talking about the triangle of exposure, and talking about the UIs and how to use the focus features. And I take you guys out to the field and showing you guys the ways that I get my photos out in the field and all the tips and tricks out there. And in the very end, I take all the photos back to the studio and edit the photos through Lightroom, showing you how to use Adobe Lightroom. And in the bonus files, not only do you get the complete photos that I make during the video, so you get some nice reference photos inside the course, but you'll also get the raw photos themselves that you can practice on in Lightroom. So it's very, very, very exciting stuff. I really hope you all enjoy it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was a lot of fun. I helped Dustin do a lot of the filming on location, and it really was a lot of fun to be out there seeing you work it. And the course came out great, Dustin. Very proud of you for that.
Yeah, it was an absolute blast going out in the fields and this in the studio. I will admit, like I did feel I was fought a little bit with my words sometimes, but you guys definitely helped me out with that. But out in the field, it was I definitely felt more of my element out there. But all in all, it was just a really fun experience. It was very weird being in front of the camera instead of behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yes. Now I can't laugh at you every time you fumble a word.
So I'm thinking of this kind of grazing, maybe even a little of maybe an aquatic grazing creature poking his heads up from the grasses.
Zombie just hopped in and says hi.
Zoundy.
Zombie on Facebook.
Yeah.
And over on Facebook, we also do have Erica and Madden. Everyone's saying hi over there.
Hi.
I don't like this. I didn't like it. Creating extra eyes.
In Zero Connection, crack joke with or joke with Dave with how your English accent turned off the internet. Dave's English accent is like EMP, takes down every electric infrastructure.
Give me the power.
I have the power.
By the power of Grey Dave.
Great Dave. By the power of Clayton.
What a nice silhouette here.
Frankie Bays on YouTube says, "Hey, fellas,
Frankie Bay.
Frankie."
I dig Frankie Bay. Hello, Frankie Bay. Give this guy a little bit of a trunk. I'm using AI today. Aaron Intelligence. I'm struggling. This is the fun part, the struggle, finding the shape, finding the design. Quite like it easy yet.
Martin says, "There are rumors that Dave had a bottle of water." Oh, thanks.
I did have a bottle of water.
Martin Burger.
Man, if I
Kind of like that.
It's funny how that phrase is just like the easiest thing for me to say without thinking about it.
You're fired.
But trying to teach an American to say bottle of water.
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 32 Pro. This model in particular, they don't make anymore. But they do make a 27 now. I really love this model.
Our stream is hiccuping again. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, it died again. We haven't had this in a while.
It's Dave, I'm telling you.
It's all my fault, and it's always my fault.
Yeah.
And we did have somebody shortly before the internet had another hiccup. Someone was asking about Snow Bear. Particularly, the question was um, if the if Snow Bear has been shown already and if it's available on Creature Artist for members.
No, it won't be. We're going to be screening it for lifetime members first when we are able to screen it because we want it to qualify for the award seasons. There's certain rules about when you can stream and when you can't. And right now we're in the stage of not being able to stream. Are we streaming right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we're in the we can't stream yet stage.
We technically never stopped streaming. It's sputtering and then starting a new stream for some reason instead of
Oh,
picking up on so we're gonna have like a bunch of broken up streams, which is a little weird.
on YouTube?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening on Facebook. Has it been one continuous stream on Facebook, Dustin, or
It's doing a similar thing in YouTube where it would just end, and so then you have to restart it.
Well, while it's quiet, I'm going to recommend something Aaron showed me yesterday. We watched a film called Never Cry Wolf,
Yes.
and it was incredible. I can't believe I'd never heard of it, but if you get a chance, if you can find it, is it Disney Channel it's on?
It's no, we had to pull it up on YouTube.
Oh, right.
Yeah, not even Disney was carrying it, and it was kind of a dusty transfer. It had a lot of noise on it, but it was really good.
Yeah, really good film.
And that film's been a big influence on my filmmaking and story. When you watch it, you'll see why. But when we were making Brother Bear, I referred to that film a lot in a lot of staging and staging ideas. It's one of my favorite films. So in my mind, this guy has these little spikes on the side and these tusks that are growing or horns that are growing out of the side of the head for maybe protection, but also sparring with other males. Maybe this is a male.
so another thing while we've got everybody watching, we've got a bunch of other deals going on the website. Dustin, we've got the slide with all the other deals. That one. This is just a brief limited selection what you're seeing on your screen right now. We've got our how to draw a big cats course is only $5. If you order an annual membership right now, the first 100 people get a free signed print. We've got a lot more. Our complete animation bundle is only $5. Our fundamentals of animation course is just $1. And there's a bunch more $1 courses too. We've got our how to paint light course is just $1, which is its lowest price ever. Our animation on paper course is just $1. And our how to draw human anatomy course is just $1. Plus, because Aaron is doing creature design, we just dropped the creature design course this morning down to $5 at creatureartteacher.com.
That's huge.
It's massive.
Massive.
That's a bargain. That's a deal. That's sale of the century. I think the line is, "It's a steal. It's a deal. It's sale of the century." I'll
Yeah.
cut a word out there.
Livestock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a film. If you want to learn how to speak proper English, go and watch that.
That's
That
Statham.
and Snatch.
Wasn't that Statham?
Yeah.
Jason Statham giving that line?
It's a deal. It's a steal. It's sale of the century.
I'm just having some fun with texture, shape. The other thing too, get in the habit of flopping your images.
A question for Aaron: have you seen the new live action How to Train Your Dragon teaser?
I have. And I think it's interesting.
My daughter is very excited by it because she absolutely loves that film.
Yeah, we all do. Come on, I'll get that horn. Right out there. Yeah, get in the habit of flopping your images because it'll show up. It'll show off your mistakes. That feels better. A bad drawing will look really bad. You get used to what it looks like when you're just drawing it, so you want to see it from a different perspective. So flop that drawing and you'll see it from a new perspective. I used to do it when I was a kid. I discovered I was walking past a mirror and I was holding one of my drawings, and as I passed the mirror, I noticed that it really looked bad in the reflecting image, and I was like, "What?" And so from that point on, I started looking at my drawings or my paintings in the mirror before I finished them to make sure the drawing was right.
That's actually a tip us designers do with type, is if we're doing a typographic logo or a type treatment and we're trying to get the kerning and trying to get the spacing right and everything, you flip it so that it's no longer a word.
Right.
And then when you look at it back to front, you can kind of see some extra little gaps that you couldn't see the right way round. So you just
Exactly.
fine tune it and then flip it back.
Yeah, it's just interesting thing your brain does. Just compositional thing. I kind of like this. I'm digging this. I don't know why I did that. All right. Turn that layer off.
What is this creature's name?
Dave.
Dave.
Dave. I don't know. It is some kind of.
Let's have a look. I've not seen it. Ooh,
Yeah. See why I called it Dave?
yeah. Just purely on likeness alone.
YouTube question: I mainly focus on sketching and character concepts, but color often feels flat and less appealing. How do I make my coloring more attractive?
Well, there's so many different things that go in with color. So there's harmony. There's understanding the triads of color, understanding grays, your warm and cools, and all the different. So much of a painting is within the gray zone, and we don't use a lot of pure color. We've got a course on color, and it's used by Ronnie, right?
Yes. Yep.
And I mean, there's so much. That's a whole Pandora's box to to dig into as far as color goes.
We've got a color theory course by Ronnie Williford. We've also got a great course on color by color and
Marco Bucci.
painting by Marco Bucci. That's fantastic. Both of which are on sale right now.
Maybe this is part of a binary star system.
It's a buffalophant.
A buffalophant. A giraffephant. Yes.
Do you intend to adapt Brother Bear into a Broadway show?
No. Brother Bear is not mine. Brother Bear is Disney's. I made Brother Bear. I directed Brother Bear, but it's not my film. I don't own it. And Brother Bear was, I loved making it, and I'm very proud of it, but it wasn't a huge success. So I don't know that they'll revisit that film. So I think I'm going to do like a sunset kind of thing. Warm light behind him, but evening light. So we're getting into some violets and stuff. And then he'll be kind of rimlit back. So I'm going to knock this way back. I'm going to do one more pass on the tie-down drawing. I like having a nice defined drawing to work with. There we go. It's nice getting back to the drawing board here. You guys are quiet. Is the internet quiet?
Nope, just type into some questions.
Dustin?
Everything's all good here.
I'm just enjoying the ambience.
Speaking of Snow Bear, do you plan on releasing that film by the new year? No, it's not going to be available. You may have you may have joined the stream late because we had some stream hiccups. Snow Bear is going to go into the film festival circuit, so it's not going to be, even though it's done, it won't be available publicly till later next year.
But we will get it out to you.
As soon as we're able to.
Trust me. I don't want to do all that work for nothing.
And in the meantime, join the membership, and don't you get access to?
Yeah, you get
Some of-
access to all the making of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see some of Snow Bear and the making of it.
Yeah,
and
we've got
development.
over 400 hours of the making of Snow Bear recorded. And you can go back and watch all of that. 2 years worth.
And I've been quite lucky. I saw it quite early on, and every time I visited Aaron, I've seen it developing and the animation getting stronger, the color being added, and you've now got the new soundtrack, which is fantastic.
Yeah, the new score, all the final mix ended up really strong, really great. We're super happy with it.
Jim on Wikipedia says Brother Bear made $250 million on a $45 million budget. That's profit, isn't it?
Well, technically, it wasn't a $45 million budget. It was a $90 million budget.
Yep.
But we didn't spend 90. We spent about 87. All right, I'm sorry, 83. And but you also have to take into account advertising. There is a profit, yes. Don't get me wrong. And making a $250 million movie isn't bad. But on Disney scales, it's you got to do better.
Have you seen the amazing digital circus and your thoughts on modern 3D animation?
I haven't seen what the amazing the digital circus. No, I
Amazing
haven't.
digital circus.
I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I do not.
No, I have not seen that. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of great contemporary 3D work being done. I personally, just because it's my art form, I love doing 2D, hand drawn. I like seeing the artist, literally the artist's hand, and there, the brush stroke, the pen stroke, pencil stroke, or whatever, stylus. I didn't make Snow Bear. I did not make it on paper. It was drawn on my Cintiq, but it was all definitely hand drawn.
Are you thinking about making Snow Bear a Broadway show?
Ice capades would make sense for
Yeah.
Snow Bear.
Yeah.
Snow Bear on ice.
Is there a course on animating various effects? Snow, water, wind, etc.
Yes, we have an effects course by Joey Mildenberg.
Joey Mildenberger, absolutely. And that is currently 30 or 40% off. Let me take a look.
Why don't you go take a peek there?
So I like to kind of get my drawing nice and tight,
40% off.
and I use this as my scaffolding basically to do the painting.
Who is the artist making the soundtrack of?
That was Mark Mancina and Marlon Espina. They wrote a beautiful soundtrack for us. Mark was also the composer for Brother Bear, so we worked together way back. He also did the score for Tarzan. He did the score for Moana. He also did the score for the new Netflix film Sea Beast. And he just finished doing the score, and it's out this weekend, did the score for Moana 2. So he was a very busy composer when we were trying to get him to do our stuff, but he really liked the film and wanted to take it on. So we were so honored and happy about that.
They missed a trick on that, doing Moana and then Moana 2. Should have just been Moana and then Moana. And they're doing live action of it as well, aren't they?
They're doing so, and he's doing the music for that, and he's also doing the music for Mufasa, which is the Lion King sequel or prequel coming out. He's been a busy musician. Yeah, he and Marlon are a great team.
So I've got a question about that then, the score.
Yeah.
Do you kind of just leave it in the hands of the composer?
Well,
Or do you have any kind of musical direction
we have all kinds of notes, abilities, and direction, and all that. And one of the things I do, and a lot of films do this, especially in animation, is we'll cut together a temporary score using scores from other films that kind of cover the mood that we're looking for. And so I scoured my archives and went beyond that and really just tried to find the right music that already existed to portray the type of sound I was looking for and the mood in conjunction with the temp score that I cut together. He kind of got a really good sense of where to go with the music.
Yeah.
And what's nice is that the music that they ended up writing is nothing like the temp score, but it has the emotion that that I intended.
Yeah, having seen a lot of the film with your put together score
Yeah,
and then hearing the new score, the score wasn't noticeable. What I mean is the score fits the animation so well.
right.
It just
Exactly.
kind of felt natural that that's what I've been listening to all along.
Yeah. Well,
He
that's
did such a good job.
one of the things that we worry about when we're cutting these together, especially the temp scores. We went through this a little bit on Lion King, is that you get so used to the temp score. You know, a lot of times, a lot of times they'll use Academy Award winning scores and
Yeah.
stuff like that as a temp score, and you get so used to it that when you get the new music, you kind of miss the old stuff, and you want to make sure that you're writing something that is as good, if not better, for your film. And what's really great about this score is that, you know, I knew Mark and I knew Mark was going to deliver, but you still like, yeah, there's parts of this temp score that I really love. I can't even remember it now. I love the new score so much. And Nick had the luxury and was lucky enough to be able to be in the studio when they recorded it.
The only bit I can remember was that little snippet from Castaway.
Yes. Yeah, I used
But
some of Castaway in there for the loneliness.
that was in the temp score, not
Yes.
the final score. Yeah.
It seems we had another stream hiccup.
Well,
It was the accent
Did we?
again. As soon as I start talking,
yeah.
Yeah, we're down again. It's so weird.
Are we not streaming?
No, we're up again.
Okay.
It's like hiccuping and then it starts a new stream. But it's usually that only happen if you go down for like longer than a minute or so.
Yeah, that's weird. So there's our drawing right there. And although we don't have the full body in here, there's the head, there's the neck, there's the shoulders and front arms, the torso and body, and then the pelvis and back legs. So, and in this case, we could probably have extra legs if we wanted to, but I'm not going to show the legs. I'm just showing this guy kind of looking up and alert to the world around him. I think I'm going to go ahead and start painting that.
Sarah Ham popped in on Facebook, says, "Hey, Aaron, cat crew and cat family."
Hey, I'm fine.
Howdy.
Who is it?
Sarah Ham.
Oh, hi, Sarah Ham.
hi Sarah.
Yeah, for people who the stream keeps hiccuping for, sorry about that.
Yeah, there was a donated question earlier, but I lost it because of the hiccup.
Ah,
It was somebody was asking. No, it was somebody was asking about why isn't Armand Serrano's course $1?
oh,
Well, there was another question after that one.
Oh, I see it here. How do you make it? In case they watch this later, how do you make it look so easy to come up with original and interesting characters since most things have already been done before?
well, first of all, it's not easy, but it gets less hard the longer you do it. You got to remember, I've been doing this for 30, 40 years. And so I've got methods to my madness, the way to get it done. And yeah, the more, it's like anything, how does a professional baseball player make playing baseball look so easy? Play a lot of baseball. And so I do a lot of art. And I've done a lot of character design. I've done a lot of creature design. So on and so forth.
Oh, okay, Sarah. Sarah just commented on Facebook, says, "Congratulations on Snow Bear," and then added in parentheses, "P.S. This is fun film. This is just my real account."
Hey, Fun Film. I knew that. I actually knew that at one time. I just forgot. Sorry about that. Fun
We
Film.
knew.
Fun Film, Sarah.
What was your favorite movie that you worked on?
Favorite film that I've worked on. Well, every film has its, it sounds cliche, but it's true. Every film holds a little special place for me. I really loved working on Beauty and the Beast. I really loved it. I loved working on Brother Bear. At times I didn't like working on it because it was extremely difficult, but it was, a really great sense of accomplishment from a professional standpoint for me. Snow Bear, for creating my own film. I really enjoyed making that. But every film I've worked on has its own ups, positives, and whatnot. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on staying in the lines. Coloring the lines.
Which of all the films that you've been involved in have you watched the most?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, because it's only 11 minutes long. Snow Bear's probably.
Snow Bear.
Yeah, not including Snow Bear.
But obviously, because I directed it, Brother Bear would be one of those. But probably Beauty and the Beast. Being a regular animator on it, because the kids like Beauty and the Beast a lot.
Yeah. And obviously you worked on Lion King as well,
Oh yeah,
which
Lion King was a good
few
one.
people seem to like.
Yeah, I really enjoyed working on Lion King as well. There's different aspects of the process. There's the design process, the character design process, which is so much fun to do. Before you start to animate, then you start to animate. There's that process. So everything has its own stage that is a lot of fun. Because these films are so labor intensive, you really have to you got to break up the whole process into little pieces like that. Okay, we're going to have fun for the next year. We're going to have fun with the pre-production process, all the design work and all that kind of thing, storyboarding. Then you move on to the next process.
This might seem like a daft question, apologies if it is. When you're working on an animated film,
Yeah.
is it created chronologically? Like obviously in live action films, they sometimes film the end first, or
Yeah.
is it drawn and created chronologically, or do various people get different sections? Because obviously
Everybody gets different sections when you're talking about a feature film.
Yeah.
Because from a story standpoint, in the animation, animation's done differently, obviously, than live action. With live action, you have a script. Once the script is bought off on it, it's ready to go. You go out and shoot everything, and then it's really put together in editorial afterwards, and you hope you got all the right shots. And but with the animation, we storyboard everything. What's so great about that is that it's almost like a dress rehearsal. You storyboard it, you get to cut it together, and we put temp sound and music and all that kind of thing. We bring in scratch dialogue, which is temporary dialogue before we get the actors.
Yeah.
And we basically do a dress rehearsal of the movie. And what that gives you is a chance to see if it's working, see if it's not. And the parts that aren't working, you go back and you redo. And the parts that are working, you can go ahead and put them into production. And so that's basically how it's done. And so you'll have little chunks here and there that will go into production until eventually, like putting together a puzzle, you're putting together the last piece.
So presumably all the animation that doesn't have dialogue can be worked on sooner, but then you have to wait for the dialogue from the actors to get the facial expressions to match
so
the voice.
Yeah, but so the way in animation, the way something will go into production, it doesn't go straight into animation, it goes into layout. And so the layout department will then figure out the camera shots, even though it's been storyboarded already. A lot of times the camera shots will move and they'll try to refigure all that stuff out. Once that's done, then it can go to animation, and in the traditional world of 2D animation, it goes to background painting as well. So it's kind of split in two different directions. But they still have to talk closely together because a lot of times, especially if there's an animator, a character that's interacting with the background, you want to make sure that everything registers really well. And,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
The YouTube comment, the question, what are your plans after fully releasing Snow Bear? Fingers crossed that the festival run is very successful, by the way. Will you do another short or will you perhaps try a feature film?
All of the above. We're interested in all of the above. We don't know. We're trying to figure things out. I would love to do a feature. We've got different ideas for different features in this world and other worlds as well. There's a lot that we're looking at and thinking about. We've talked about series ideas. We've talked about graphic novels. We've talked about all kinds of stuff. What kind of project do we want to go on to next? And so that is the big $1 million question for us.
I want to let people know that we've also got another announcement for Black Friday. For the first time ever, you can now get the official Snow Bear poster signed. We've never made this available at all on the website before, but now that Snow Bear's done, we're celebrating the fact that it's finished. You can get a signed print for the lowest we've ever sold a signed print before. So we want people to get the Snow Bear poster, and this
We're
is the
practically
poster.
giving it away.
Yep. Go to creatureartteacher.com/prints and PRINTS, and you can get that.
Not, I'm going to party like it's 1999.
Right, the other prints.
So here I'm just giving him a little lighter color on the belly, a little kind of pushing towards the complement, but it's still kind of yellowish rather than red. And because this animal is in the grasslands and probably bent over a fair amount of time, I'm going to give it some stripes. Stripes. I might do those on a different level, a different layer. A whole nother level. Now what we're going to do is this.
What type of camera lens do I use for my photography? Well, my main camera is Sony A1 or Alpha 1. And for wildlife, I use Sony's 200 600 millimeter lens. But I do also have I call it a beat camera, like a backup camera, and that currently is the Sony A6400. And usually I have an 18 to 105 millimeter lens on that. Although if I'm at a zoo, I do also have a 70 to 200 lens. Speedman asks, how are you doing all this from imagination?
Well, imagination is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So, that being said, you just work at it. And actually knowledge too. The more you educate your brain regarding anatomy and all these different things, it creates a library that you can start to pull from.
Wondered about this when watching Brother Bear. Is Kina and Koda still around or alive when Denahi is elderly and sharing the story with his village at the very beginning of the film?
No, they're long dead because they don't live with one of the humans.
No,
I don't know.
No, they're dead.
So someone's asking about the membership streams, and so this is a good opportunity to go ahead and make an announcement on that, I think, as well, right?
Yeah.
So, as you know, we're streaming today on Friday, and we used to previously stream every Friday of the month, but we stopped doing that while we were making Snow Bear. But starting next week, starting today, actually, we're going back to streaming every Friday. And on Fridays, we're going to be doing 2 streams. One is going to be members only, and one is going to be for the public starting next week.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Bingo, bango, bongo. Just experimenting here with some color.
Some color. What are the differences for the members for the live streams?
What's that?
What will be the differences of the live streams?
It's going to be different content for the most part, although it's going to vary. So sometimes it's going to be as we're developing new ideas, you might be able to see new shorts and stuff in the early phases. Some of it's going to be animation, some of it's going to be art.
Yeah.
Just going to be member exclusive content, stuff that you won't be able to see on the public streams. Sometimes it will be a continuation of what we're doing on the public stream and vice versa.
Vice versa.
Just depends on what we're working on. We're going to be working on a whole bunch of projects.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Holy moly.
Holy cannoli!
Working it, working it, working it.
Hey, I recently watched your video on drawing with an eraser. It's such a fun way to draw.
It really is, isn't it?
Martin wants to know what time are the member streams going to be. Are we going to be doing those at 11 a.m.? Is that what we?
I don't know yet.
11.
11.
11 sounds good.
Yeah, we used to do them at 10 a.m. I think we're going to do 11 so that we can then slide into the
Yeah.
public stream.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have a post on it, Martin, later this week on the members page of the website. I recently bought your How to Paint Light course for $1, and I love it so far. I've learned a ton just off the first couple episodes. Yes, that is the lowest that course has ever been. $1. How to Paint Light. That is one of our most popular courses. It's never been that low before. I'll post a link. And thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Looking good.
I know.
Elizabeth says, I really loved your John Lewis stop motion advert you did a while back. Would love to see you mix the 2D and physical backgrounds again.
I would love to do that as well. I would love to take credit for that, but I really just did the rough animation. And some of
2D
the
animation.
character design, but it was done by a studio called Blink Inc. in London. They directed it, and it was really wonderful to work with them and do this project with them, do that project with them. So we're getting a little bit of color in here, starting to get a little bit of atmosphere, isphere. Let's try putting in a few clues.
Couple of blues clues.
Not sure if I've got the right color. I want to go a little bit complimentary with it. I may not use this. This is one of my wet media brushes. I like using it to do kind of loose clouds.
Did I copyright my characters before starting an animation series?
No, you don't have to worry about that. Your characters are going to be intellectual property already just by doing it.
Should I copyright my characters before starting an animation
Justin
series?
just asked that question.
Yep. Do you have a favorite animation or art software?
Style?
Software.
Software. I use TV Paint for my animation. And then I use a Wacom Cintiq to animate on. If I'm on a iPad, then I use Procreate Dreams.
Brian says, "Hey Aaron, I recently saw a documentary about the Florida studio on YouTube. I loved the stories you shared in it. Very inspiring place."
It was very cool to work there. Yeah, thank you.
That wasn't the Hollywood in the East documentary, was it? That's not out yet, right?
The one that the young guy did.
Oh, the more like a Zoom interview. I was talking about the one where you came in, where they came here and did an interview and all that.
I don't think that was done. I don't think that was released.
Zero Connection said this 100 times, but your bird of prey course is nothing short of brilliant. Can't wait for the next animal course.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that bird of prey course was fun. That was fun to work on. I think we got that filmed and done out the door in about a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think AI is capable of reducing or replacing animators' jobs? What's your opinion?
Not right now, I don't. There might be some things that it can do, but I don't know enough about AI to really give an opinion about that. I know it's not going to replace mine because I want to keep drawing. I don't want to use AI. So it's just one of those things where if you're working for a studio, the studio might be, a lot of times it's about the bottom line. They've got to work on a budget. A lot of people have a hard time accepting that, but that's the reality of filmmaking or running any business for that matter. And there might be a case where, AI is gonna start, affecting jobs in the animation industry. I don't really see it doing it yet. I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to be debating me on this, but I just don't see it yet. But I do look. AI is here to stay, whether we like it or not, and we're going to have to. I think some people are going to have to adapt. I'm definitely just going to. I'm going to keep drawing my films, but I can definitely see. I don't know if I like these clouds. See it affecting the industry for sure.
We're just not sure how yet.
Just not sure how.
Can you do a course about farm animals?
Yes, we've actually had that request
It is something we've talked
in the
about.
past.
And is this artwork based on any of my photo references?
Any-
This particular one?
No. Of yours, Dustin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Just out of your head.
Yes.
Yeah, someone asked that. Is this based on Dustin's photo references?
Yeah, yeah. I thought Dustin knew the answer to that. You could have answered it, Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Dustin.
Have you ever tried using Blender for animation? I love the grease pencil.
No, I've never used it.
We have a course on Blender coming out soon from Jeff Shue. We're in the works on that.
Yeah.
Weinberger mentioned the Birds of Prey course. My only critique for the Birds of Prey course would be that it is pretty short.
Vega on YouTube says, I'm getting that How to Paint Light course right now. Thank you.
And while you're there, I think you should just pick up my class for $1.
Yeah, people, because of the streams interruption, might not know, but Dave Clayton's graphic design for illustrators course is on sale right now for just $1 as well. That's its lowest price ever. Get that? CreatureArtTeacher.com. It's an awesome course. He takes you through how to design graphics for social media, how to do book design and layout, all kinds of how to make your own font, how to do typography,
How to make a logo.
how to make logos, all sorts of stuff. It's a really cool course. I learned a lot.
Oh no, the internet is strong again.
Every time Dave speaks. Oh, it's because we have the American internet, not the British one.
Oh,
the
that's what
problem.
it
That's what
is.
we messed up with
Yeah,
today.
it's never been the same since the Queen left.
Yeah.
God bless her.
We messed- we hooked up the wrong internet today. We should have hooked up the British internet.
The Canadian internet is insane.
It's like Universal Translator from Star Trek. Needs to be working. But it's because we haven't got subtitles as well for me.
No, Zero. I don't believe I photographed this creature. It would be a lot cooler if I did.
All right.
See, it says, give it time and the internet will split by region.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, I've got a question for you.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do.
I was just chatting to Aaron yesterday and talking about some of the prints that are on the website. So what kind of prints are available for people to buy stuff that Aaron's drawn?
So if you go to creatureartteacher.com/prints, we've got a whole bunch of prints available on our website. There's wildlife prints, there's some concept art prints, and actually just released today for the first time ever, we've got the official Snow Bear poster signed by Aaron. And that's available if you go to creatureartteacher.com/prints. Speaking of Aaron's artwork, we've also got a special deal going on his Art of Aaron Blaise Volume 2 book, which right now the first 50 people who order that will get a free signed print included with the book. And that's also on sale right now. So go to creatureartteacher.com/books for that.
And it's a beautiful book because I've got both of them and they're amazing.
Thank you, Dave. I'm going to have you more. You do more often.
I'll tell you what, my table hasn't wobbled ever since.
Those pastos, did you just recruit someone from England?
Yes.
Dave is a teacher on our website and he's joining us. He was over here yesterday. Well, he was over here for a couple of things for the past week, but he joined us for his first American Thanksgiving yesterday. We
I
had
did.
all the fixins.
And you
Yeah.
have the full experience.
Nick Hurst says the book is amazing. And CF on YouTube says, I have both books too, and they are more amazing than you think they are.
Well, thank you.
And what's good in the back, we were talking about yesterday was about book design. And you were saying about the QR codes in the back of the book,
Mhm.
so people can scan them and go and watch some of the classes,
Yes, yeah,
or some
actually.
of the videos.
Yeah. In the back of the Art of Aaron Blaise books, both volumes. Volume 1 is sold out, but Volume 2, we still have a few copies left. You might want to get it while you can because we're over 75% sold out on that one too. But at the back of the book, we've got these QR codes. And go to the face cam, Dustin. So it's a full coffee table size book of all kinds of Aaron's artwork. Oh, got to go this way.
Yeah, there you go.
Not showing it the best, but if you go to the back of the book,
Get it closer.
there's QR codes for all the images created in the book. And if you, well, all the images for which we have recordings of. So if you
Right.
scan those QR codes, it'll take you straight to that particular image. Some of them are time lapse, some of them are past live streams, all kinds of stuff. So creatureartteacher.com/books. Get it now.
Oh, you were like a magician's assistant then.
Yep. Vanna White.
Hey, Aaron, what do you think of Moana's visual and
I love it. I love it.
lava?
I love it a lot.
Any plans on releasing a calendar with your drawings?
We've
no.
actually had some internal conversations about that with the graphics team, me and Cloudy. Stay tuned.
Would you all consider doing a showcase of your students' work sometime? Maybe have Aaron react if that sounds more familiar.
There is something like that that we have in the works that we're trying to get rolling.
Yes.
Like a blind critique sort of thing. Or
Yeah, we definitely would like to do more critiquing. So we got to figure it out because we have thousands of requests for that.
Speaking of which, if you become a member or a lifetime member to creatureartteacher.com, you get everything on the website plus everything we release over the next year. If you're an annual member, or if you're a lifetime member, you get everything we release forever. Speaking of the lifetime memberships, today it is back on sale. It has been out of stock for a while. We had a limited number, but for Black Friday, we've decided to bring it back for a limited time. We've also got our animation mega bundle, which gets you all of Aaron's courses, animation courses, which is over $500 of value for less than $50. And the more of those we sell, the more we keep adding to the bundle. So go to creatureartteacher.com and you can pick up both of those.
or gift it for someone else.
Yes, you can send all of those as a gift.
Do you still do gift vouchers, gift cards?
Digital gift cards.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Go to creatureartteacher.com. Right on the homepage, there's a link for digital gift cards.
Would the, I hope I'm not going to ask an awkward question here. Would the first book ever look to be
Back in print.
re-released, maybe softback?
We
It's
do
like
want to
that.
reprint it eventually, yes. It's kind of in the works. We're debating whether to do a paperback edition or to come back with a reprint of the hardback volume, possibly both. I don't know. We'll see. We're still exploring that, but yes, the plan is to have it back in stock at some point.
What about a third volume?
There's enough artwork for it, but I think before we do that, we want to do. We've got a book in the works of Aaron's sketchbooks,
Yeah.
like his actual drawings and sketchbooks over the year. We want to do a collection of that. And then we've also got some animation and character design instructional books we want to do.
Yeah.
I'm excited about those.
Me too.
And just generally, you know, more content and
Oh, did you say there was some merchandise for Snow Bear as well?
Yes, the print.
Ah.
The print is what we currently have available. We plan on having more in the future, though. We're hoping to have
well, we've got
plushies.
hoodies and shirts. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
that's right. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got hoodies and t-shirts. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/merch, I don't have a slide for that. But yeah, we do have Snow Bear hoodies and t-shirts as well. Absolutely.
Really?
Very nice they are too. I've seen the
And actually,
seen
the
the hoodie.
hoodies sold out.
That's CTN.
At CTN, yeah, they've sold in like 30 minutes
Yeah.
after the screening. All right, so I'm slowly getting there, folks. Sorry, taking a little while, but we're getting there. I'm getting all my base color down. So this is what I do. So this is all the local color, including the patterning. I've got all that layered in the way I want it. And oops, I'm doing this the wrong way. I gotta turn this off. Here.
Someone's saying that the website is running.
Yeah, they said it's running a little slow. Thanks for letting us know. We'll look into it. I just saw that.
Hopefully that's because there's loads of people on there
Probably is
checking
the
out the
case.
cool deals.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sweet.
All right, so there we are. So I've got some, we're going to be putting grasses in and all that sort of thing, but I want to start getting in some shadow, light and shadow. And so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to create another layer. Actually, here it's going to create a clipping mask. I'm going to put that over the top, and I'm going to go ahead and set that to multiply. And I'm going to lay in this a little bit of a shadow here. I'm going to make it cool. Kind of in the gray zone. And I'm just going to start drawing. Why is it doing that? Oh, color burn, that's why. Multiply.
Erica says, I had the print ordered. I already have the shirts and hoodies.
Of course you do, Erica. Thank you. I'm just creating some shadow and light and shadow areas here.
Any chance the lifetime membership will get a student discount at 7 Point? No. It's not going to go any lower than it is right now. In fact, if anything, it's going to go up. So if you're interested, I would get it now.
So he's going to be backlit. Here. I'm thinking about the form on these folds, how it might catch light.
Aaron, have you ever been attacked by an animal?
Dave.
I thought you weren't going to talk about that.
No. I'm very careful to try to respect the animals that I work with. I've had some small tigers jump on me and stuff and kind of rip my clothes a little bit, but I wouldn't call it an attack. They were just playing with me. And I learned my lesson.
Becky says, "I want to get some of your mugs. I'm a coffee addict, and I would love to start my day looking at your awesome art." Yeah, well, you can go to creatureartteacher.com/mugs. They're available. We've got snow bear mugs. We've got all kinds of cool mugs over there. They've been really popular.
Yeah, I've got a snow bear mug from my last visit in my office. Very nice it is too. And they're nice big ones as well. Great for coffee.
They make the coffee taste better.
Mm.
And you'll also be more attractive holding them.
Yeah. You'll make more friends when they see how cool you are.
But yeah, if you go to creatureartteacher.com/mugs, we've got a whole bunch of them there. And yeah, somebody said, "Oh, being a student for life, that's an interesting concept." Yeah, well, if you get a membership to Creature Art Teacher, a lifetime membership, you can do that. Becky says she's getting some of those mugs for Christmas for herself.
Right on. Thank you.
I think if you buy something, if you buy merchandise from the website, you should post a picture of yourself on Instagram and tag Aaron
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
so we can see stuff out in the wild.
That's a great idea. Do a hashtag Creature Art Teacher or hashtag Aaron Blaise, and we'll see it. Speaking of which, if you are a member to our website, whether you're an annual member, a monthly streaming member, or a lifetime member, you do get an automatic discount on all of our merchandise. So that's all of our hoodies, prints, all of that stuff. So it's another great reason to
Yeah.
consider picking up a membership.
There we go. So it's mostly shadow there, but now we're going to go with some highlights over the top of this. Some brighter color. This is on its own layer, on a different layer.
Who from Disney was in the audience to see Snow Bear? Was Eric Goldberg, John Pomeroy, or Glenn Keane invited?
They were all invited. They weren't there.
They don't live locally,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
John Musker was there,
Yeah.
along with Kirk Wise and lots of our
Floyd
friends.
Norman.
Floyd Norman was there with his wife, and then
Alex Cooper-Schmidt.
Alex Cooper Schmidt.
Mark Henn.
Mark Henn was there, yes, and we had a really good turnout. Sorry, I'm focusing on this lighting, and I'm having a hard time thinking about the guest list. Robert Lentz, Ted T.
Yeah, you and Ted T also did a really nice really nice panel on.
Yeah, and that was fun on designing and supervising characters for Disney. This is coming out cool. Happy with this lighting. So you can see that you get that nice warm rim lighting. Actually, I want to create a layer.
I know in the past there's been some questions about brushes and that Aaron uses. You've got them on the website as well, haven't you?
Nick?
What's that? Sorry, I was reading a question from a.
Oh, it's just saying when some people ask about the brushes that Aaron uses on some of the drawings that he does, some of those are available on the website as
Yes,
well.
and
'Cause I've got some.
Yeah, we've got a huge selection of brushes on our website. We've got thousands of digital brushes that work in Photoshop and Procreate. In fact, his sketch drawing brush you can get for free if you sign up for our newsletter. And
This is the one I'm using now, actually.
Yep, he's using it right now. And speaking of free things for our newsletter, if you go to creatureartteacher.com/news, or if you click the link right on the homepage, Dustin, we got a slide for the newsletter thing. You'll also, on December 25th, everybody that's a member of the newsletter, you're going to get a new free course. We're going to be sending it right to your inbox on December 25th. So you have between now and then to sign up for our newsletter. You can scan the QR code on your screen there, or you can go to creatureartteacher.com/news and sign up. And you'll get a free course delivered to your inbox.
Guys, like great crazy, man.
You're so generous.
I said you guys.
That's great. That's what I love about when I sign up for stuff as a designer. It's that constant value, new things being added, deals, being able to find new stuff to help you be better at what you're doing, Black Friday deals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly, we're trying to always, or well, this sounds corny and cliche, but our number one business plan is just quality and being generous too. And
education. I mean, the education factor alone is, I've sat in on your feeds before and seen the comments. So many people are learning so much from the different courses.
yeah, and that we're really happy about that. Matter of fact, I met a guy came up to me, me and Nick at CTN, and said, "Hey, I took your courses a couple of years ago, and I've been really working hard, and I just got hired in the industry."
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember that. We've had a few people come up and say that recently.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Someone asked that joining late, where can I watch Snow Bear if I can? You can't watch it yet. As soon as you're able to, we will make an announcement. It's about to start its film festival run. We finished it at the end of October. We had our first in-person private screening at CTN. But the next step for Snow Bear is it's going to go on the film festival circuit. And then after that, once we're able to, we'll make announcements when you're going to be able to watch it.
And obviously people can watch the making of Snow Bear with the membership.
Yeah, we got to actually. We should upload at some point our little our interview that Chuck cut and
Yes.
Dustin cut, because that will give you some insight into how we made the film as well.
Yep.
Julie just got into Facebook. Says, "Hey, just got home from rehearsal. Is that Dave Clayton I hear?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Dave.
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 The one,
Hello, Dave.
the one and only Dave. I should be just like Pele or Messi. It's just Dave.
Dave.
So
Although-
just going in and sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say for American audience there, I was talking about proper football.
I'm going through and just kind of highlighting some of the forms to get it to read a little better and give it more form.
Julia wants to know, so what's the surprise for today? So she must have joined late, and she must be referring to Dustin's post earlier. We have 2 new courses available on creatureartteacher.com, including Introduction to Wildlife Photography with Dustin Blaise.
Yay.
That's up now for 50% off. Or, of course, if you remember, it's included in your membership, lifetime and annual plans. And we also have figure drawing for animation with Woody Woodman, which is nearly 15 hours long. Woody's an amazing artist. It's really kind of in the tradition of like a Walt Stanchfield style of teaching. He's taking you through not just figure drawing like you might do in a high school or college class, but he's taking you to how to understand the figure so that then in the final videos you can draw it from your imagination for storytelling purposes. And that's kind of the whole idea of why you study posing and figure drawing, to make you a better storyboard artist or board artist.
Artist in general.
Yep. So yeah, if you go to creatureartteacher.com, both of those courses are up now.
It's very, very exciting stuff. Very exciting.
So you're saying it's exciting.
And Julie says, please tell Aaron and everyone that I have added a starting title to my animation short, dedicating it to you, Aaron, and to all the cat crew.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Wow.
Thank you.
We are honored.
Especially me. It just says, thanks, Dave.
Dave. We can't wait to see your film, Julia.
Jason A. Clark is currently enjoying the How to Paint Light course because light affects color. How do you determine local color?
Local color is just whatever color you want an object to be. So if I'm making up something out of my head, it's literally just I'm making it whatever color I want it to be. If you're, looking at something from life, then you really got to think about what that color is without being lit or in shadow.
So like a yellow banana would be pure yellow is
Yep.
sort of the way to think of it.
I know something I see a lot in design that you were just saying about the light is how your brain, when it looks at a picture, can tell if something's slightly off. So that whole thing about the light source, when I see movie posters and you can clearly see the sun is in the top left-hand corner, but the light is all on the right-hand side of all the faces, and you got to make sure that when you're adding highlights and light into a scene is you have to kind of respect where the light source is coming from, or it just looks wrong.
Exactly. That's a big one.
The monthly membership plan works like Netflix. So it gets you streaming access to all of the courses on the website. Plus it gets you discounts on merchandise, and also so basically it works like Netflix. So you can stop or start at any time you want. You also get access to the members only streams if you're a monthly member. And new courses are added to the streaming plan basically 60 to 90 days after they're available for purchase. That's how it works.
We're getting close, guys.
Pierre's saying he's having a hard time hearing you, Dustin. So when you talk, you might want to make sure you're on that microphone a little bit. Your positioning.
How's this? Is this better?
I'm going to go through and just hit some deeper shadows here.
Did I hear right earlier that you're going back to weekly live streams?
That is correct. Every Friday we're going to be here. We're going to be doing 2 streams every Friday. One is going to be public, like this one, and one is going to be members only.
In all perpetuity. Forever and ever now.
Yeah, every Friday from now to the end of time.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable future.
Very exciting.
Holidays withstanding.
Could you mention it when you change blend modes? Someone asks on Twitch.
Well, I am in multiply right now, blend mode. I'm trying to play with value, so I'm trying to push things back with value. Value meaning light and dark. Pull things forward. Emphasize the form. Creature design is fun. Kind of get in there and make up whatever you want within, like I was saying earlier, if you can create your parameters basing it in with what we know is real animals. I was talking earlier, if you were tuned in talking about the 6 segments of the animal, and then have some fun with that to create your own.
If you create a character from like your imagination,
Yeah.
that's going to say ultimately be animated, do you like kind of have that creative freedom over, I can completely decide how this thing moves? Because obviously when you're drawing a wolf or a dog or a cat or a bird, they all have different movements. So
If you're making up a creature, you still want it to move in a believable way.
yeah,
So that's understanding real world movement and physiology and the way things move, then it makes it more for a believable made up creature.
What exactly are those colored outlines in hand-drawn Disney animation all about?
The colored outlines. I'm not sure I'm following you. What are those colored outlines all about? I don't know. I'm not sure I understand your question.
Could be one of 2 things. Could be using a different colored pencil and within like each frame, kind of like how in TV paint you have the previous frame being like purple and the next frame being like green,
Well, I'm not sure that that's what they're asking, but
or it might be like instead of a hard black outline on say one character, like it could be like a lighter brown or something to match the color of like say an outfit or the hair color. You know what I'm talking about?
no.
Oh. I hate my brain sometimes.
No, it's not you. Because I just know I know how they do it. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about. No, it's not you at all.
Do you have plans for new animal anatomy courses? I'd love to see reptiles and fish. Yes, we have plans for reptiles, primates, some live zoo drawing as well.
Go. I'm just getting in here and just having some fun with getting these last little highlights in here. We're gonna have some fun with light. Yep. So I want to now, I'm gonna go over.
Are there any plans for new animal anatomy courses? I would love to see reptiles and fish.
Yeah. Now you guys are even. Nick just asked that.
Uh-huh. 1 for 1.
Is there anywhere I can listen to the Brother Bear deleted song "This Can't Be My Destiny"?
I don't know. I don't know where you could find it.
Might be on YouTube somewhere, but I doubt it.
It
wasn't
might
released.
be on the DVD.
I think it's mentioned on the DVD, and it might play loosely in the background, but I don't.
I don't even have it.
Was that from a deleted scene or?
Yeah. It's it kind of evolved into another kind of story point, I guess. And yeah, so we dumped it. Dumped it.
Who was the song by?
Phil.
Ah.
Phil Collins. Mr. Collins.
Oh, the Phil Collins.
You know Phil.
Yeah.
Have you ever done rotoscoping animation, or do you consider it the dark arts?
I don't consider there's no dark arts, but no, I don't do rotoscoping.
Have you ever?
No. I've
I
used
did
live
my
action
fair-
reference.
I did my fair share of rotoscoping back in the day, and it was interesting.
But not in the sense that they're asking us.
All right.
It's
Rotoscope animation.
yeah,
Yeah.
like fire and ice.
Right. Yeah, I'm more talking about the visual effects side of rotoscoping.
Right.
And thank you very much, Lauren, on that compliment there. And Erica talking about the outline drawings of animations that person was asking me before. Explain probably the different color lines to match closer to the colors of the character rather than just black lines.
Oh yeah.
So like brown, like
Yeah.
certain browns for hair, or yellow if he's wearing a yellow jacket, like the lighter.
You see it more in the '90s films and certain, like the outline's not just a black line.
Yeah.
Like Lion King definitely has that.
Yeah, and I did probably bear.
Oh yeah. We had colored lines all over the place.
Yeah.
And I was going to do that with Snow Bear too, but it was just a little extra time to do it, and I decided not to do it. Save some time. I like the outline, the dark line look on everything anyway. Decided to get rid of those clouds. I didn't like them. They were making it too busy.
Do you limit the number of different colors you use in your art to ensure that shading looks good and it doesn't get too complicated?
Yeah, I mean, you want color harmony, so I am careful to kind of stay within a family of colors so that we're not jumping all over the place.
By the way, Aaron, from Julia, have you watched the Memoirs of a Snail?
No,
It's an animation showcase.
I have not. I want to though.
I have not either.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
that's
one of
cool.
the Benoit films for sure.
Yeah.
How do I get your coloring brush? Are you using the Pastel C brush, or are you using a different one?
I'm going back and forth. The brush I'm using now you can get.
Yep. Go to creatureartteacher.com, sign up for our newsletter. We'll send it to you for free. Was there any rotoscoping used on Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin?
Rotoscoping? No. There was live action reference shots. On Aladdin, we had live action reference. Pocahontas had a lot of live action reference. But we didn't trace right over them. We used them as reference to get,
Kyrene and proportion, stuff like that.
well, more like posing and that sort of thing.
And Citizen Zero, no, my course is not set in Africa. I wish though, that would be pretty cool. But no, the course was all filmed here in Florida, and all the outdoor episodes is different locations near where we live. Like there's two episodes we did in Lake Woodruff, which is just a little ways away. We did both the morning time and evening, so to get both ends of the golden hour, and that's like the main subject of those episodes. We've also went to different springs, other trails, but they're all in Florida, not in Africa. So I do bring up some stories of my experience in Africa in the course to make some lesson points. So at least there's that.
Again, for people just joining us, we've got a bunch of deals going over at creatureartteacher.com for Black Friday. We've got several courses are down to $5, $1. We've got our annual membership is $100 off. Plus, if the first 100 people to get a membership get a free signed print. We've also got 2 brand new courses out today. Speaking of brand new prints, we've got 2 brand new courses out today. One from Dustin, Introduction to Wildlife Photography, and we've got one from Woody Woodman, Figure Drawing for Animation. Both are 50% off for a limited time. That's to go with plenty of new courses we've recently released as well. Last month we put a new course out in October from Tim Hodge. We've got brand new today. You can get the Snow Bear official poster signed by Aaron. That's never been available before. You can get that on the website. This is the official poster for Snow Bear. Go to creatureartteacher.com/prints to get that. We've got our good friend Dave Clayton's course on graphic design for illustrators and artists for just $1. That is $1. That is its lowest price ever. And we've got the 2 biggest deals of all time at Creature Art Teacher are back. We've got our animation mega bundle, which is 80% of the way towards unlocking its next course. And brought back today, we've brought back a limited number of our lifetime membership plans. Those are available till they sell out or until December 25th, whichever comes first. Then they're going back in the vault. So get them while you can.
Back and forth.
Back into the vault you go. Do you like Beavis and Butthead and South Park?
Yeah. Not so much Beavis and Butthead. I was never a fan, but I like South Park.
I do enjoy the very unique animation on top of their humor. What are the differences between annual and lifetime memberships in terms of perks? Is there really a difference between the two?
Nick?
Well, I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
What
Dave.
are the differences between annual and lifetime memberships in terms of perks?
Well, the annual is a yearly plan, so it gets you everything on the website plus everything we release over the next year. The lifetime plan gets you everything on the website we release forever. In addition, the lifetime plan also gets you the first online streaming of Snow Bear when we're able to do that. And it also unlocks all of our past members only streams. You've never been able to rewatch those unless you purchase them live. But with the lifetime plan, you're able to get all of our past workshops. So there you go. And that's about 15 workshops ish or something. So, and those are like 5-6 hours each.
So what I'm going to do here, setting this to multiply. I want to get a little darker down in this area here, down low. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah, and the lifetime and annual plans do include all of our live workshop events as well, like our future ones. In the post-production of Snow Bear, did you adjust the image, like color grading, adding glow, vignette, etc.?
No, we did not.
You did a little bit of a color grade pass.
I did not in the post-production phase though. I did when it was coming off of when I was exporting it from my computer.
Computer.
I've saturated it a little bit more.
Will you have any original art for sale at the Animation Y'all Expo?
Yes.
We had some original art for sale as CTN and it all sold out.
Yeah, that was pleasant.
CMC mentions that the lifetime membership pays for itself pretty fast. Yes, it does. We're over 750 hours worth of courses on our website and growing. Actually, we might be over 800 as of today with the new courses that came out. Let me see. It's pretty darn close. Yeah, and of course, if you get a membership, you can also go back and watch all of the past Snow Bear live streams as well. Yes, we have now crossed 800 hours of courses on our website
Wow.
as of today.
That's pretty awesome. 800 hours.
And 12 of those hours you can get for just $1 today.
Yep. Dave Clayton's course, Graphic Design for Artists and Illustrators, $1 at creatureartteacher.com. I'll post a link in the comments. Shameless plug, Dave. Shameless.
Absolutely.
Shameless.
Getting a little color burn in there. And the grasses.
Also, all of our brush sets are on sale for $1 right now. Aaron, I have a question, possibly a stupid one. Is it too late to learn to draw when you are in your 30s?
No. It's
Not
never
at all.
too late to learn to draw.
In fact, it's never too late to do anything.
I would say that it's too late to join Little League if you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
You missed the window on Little League baseball, but learning to draw, you got plenty of time.
what I'm doing now, color dodging.
YouTube comment. Why do I have a mental pic of Nick with a top hat and tails going, get your dollar course, yeah? Get your dollar course.
Get your another close, eh?
You should have seen me at CTN.
Hmm.
To sell those drawings. Sorry, Aaron, you were saying.
I was just saying I'm doing the blend. All right, I've got my brush on a blend mode now to color dodge. Dodge that color.
New course, yeah.
And by the way, we're going to be having additional Black Friday sales happening throughout the weekend, heading into Cyber Monday as well.
I want to burn in some of these lit areas to get a sense of really bright light on them.
Which platforms are we streaming on today?
We are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter/X, and Facebook, I believe.
Okay.
Been having some issues with the vertical streams on Instagram lately, so I
Hmm.
didn't do that one today. Stream, I don't want to jinx it, but the stream's been stable for a while now. Do you sell to Europe? Yes, we do. We sell all over the world.
Yes, we do.
In fact, this is just a little bit of fun trivia for people watching at home. I would say over half of our customers are outside of the US. Hello to our friends in India and Brazil and Europe, everywhere in South America and Asia, Africa. We've got a lot of watchers in Kenya and all over the place. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from today.
Opening up some grunge textures here. I want to utilize is like this one. Like adding a little bit of grunge my images just to give it a little texture sometimes.
Slovakia, Poland, Spain,
Yeah.
on Twitch, Netherlands,
Brazil.
Georgia,
Netherlands.
Latvia, Switzerland, England, Colombia,
The UK.
Indiana, Canada, Athens, Greece. That's Julia. Poland.
Who's my UK people in the house?
Lewis from
Lewis
the
Packers.
UK. Utah, Poland, Canada. Have you done the titles and credits for Snow Bear yet? Yes,
Oh,
it's
yes.
done.
It's done.
Nick Hurst is watching in London, UK.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Nick.
Martin saying, watching from a galaxy far, far away.
Russia,
Russia.
ARG.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it, but when you watch Snow Bear, stay for the end credits.
Yes. You got to stay for the end credits for sure.
Yeah, when Thanos shows up at the end.
Yeah, I
people
know.
are gonna be really surprised.
Why did the bear just turn to powder?
The land of Snowberia.
No bear. Erica says Alabama.
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 Birmingham, Alabama.
Nick Hurst says, hey, Dave.
Hey, Nick.
Done.
You done?
Yeah.
There's our creature.
Well,
It's modified.
So there's our little sketch showing our lighting. Ever think about that lighting? Think about the form, how the light's going to fall on the form.
I shall call him Smoot.
Smoot. He looks like a smoot. doesn't he?
Smoot with a large snoot.
Speaking of creatures, our our courses, Aaron's course on creature design is down to $5 today for Black Friday. I posted a link. Looks really good, Aaron.
Thanks. Thanks for joining me today, guys. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
Zoom and pan, zoom and pan. Oh, very cool. Look at that.
thought that would make it.
That's cool.
What was that? Oh, shoot. That's funny. All the grasses. Kind of blew through the grasses quickly. Spent most of our time up there. There we go.
Very nice.
The binary sun system.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody, for watching today. Head on over to creatureartteacher.com. We've got huge Black Friday deals happening, and we've got more happening all weekend long. Don't forget Cyber Monday. We will see you next week because we're back to every Friday live streaming. And in case there's any members watching, we're back to doing members live streams on Friday as well. So
And tell your friends.
those are moving from Tuesday and Thursday to Friday, the same day as the public streams. So
Right on.
have members only and public live streams every Friday.
Very
All right. See you guys back on a regular basis. Thanks a lot for hanging out today.
Bye.
And go on out, put some beauty back in the world, and we'll talk to you next time.
Cowboy
I
Bebop.
was pointing at the wrong camera. That one.
Cowboy Bebop.
Bye.
Bye-bye.